Two cops in New York are on administrative leave and are facing a criminal investigation after video has surfaced of them pistol whipping a 16-year-old marijuana suspect. Now, the suspect in question here is Kahreem Tribble, and apparently he was speaking to someone in a van in the middle of the night, and cops suspected that he was in possession of marijuana or was selling marijuana. When the cops approached him, apparently he started to run away, but a short time later he surrendered. Now, what you're about to see is what went down after that. Take a look.
All right, so you see that in the beginning, the cop comes in swinging. As soon as the first punch is thrown, he puts his hands up and he gives up. Now at this point, he's clearly surrendered. Another punch. Now his hands are handcuffed and more slapping at him.
Yeah, so they punch him, they pistol whip him after he's already surrendered. It's unnecessary. Now the union that's representing the police say, look, you don't know what went down right before, you don't understand.
I can take an excellent guess.
Yeah.
You're right, I don't know. We'll find out in trial, and I'm not saying we should convict the guys right now on the Young Turks. Okay, calm down. But I guarantee you that he disrespected the cops.
Look, he ran away. He ran away because he was guilty of what they suspected he was guilty of, okay? He was arrested for possessing 17 small bags of marijuana and disorderly conduct on August 29th. He pleaded guilty to a violation and was released with cracked teeth and bruises. So they cracked one of his teeth, and then the other one was chipped, okay? So they caused some damage.
Look, based on the experience of covering other stories, again, that wouldn't hold up in a court of law. You have to hear out this case for what it is if you're actually in that trial, okay? They didn't pistol whip him because of the 17 bags of marijuana. They arrested a lot of people with a lot of marijuana. They pistol whipped him because he said something to them. The biggest crime in America is disrespecting a police officer. Mm-hmm. It's not on the books, okay? But if you don't do what the cop tells you to do immediately, or God forbid you say anything to the cops, you're going to get your teeth busted in when he's going to take out his gun, and if you're lucky, hit you over the head with it rather than shoot you with it.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true. Now, it's interesting because, as you guys know, there have been more and more cases of police using excessive force, police brutality, and now police chiefs are starting to have a different reaction to it, okay? So William Bratton, who's the police commissioner in New York, says that he saw the video and he's absolutely outraged. So one of the cops in that video is not on paid leave, okay? He is unpaid. They're doing a criminal investigation. The other two, there were three on the scene. The other two are on leave and they are getting paid, but the one who pistol whipped the boy is not getting paid, and a criminal investigation has been launched. So I'm happy that now we're seeing a different reaction to these stories, whereas before, police commissioners would, basically support them.
So William Bratton is not a guy that I agree with 100% on. I've got some issues on some policies he did while he was here in LA and in New York as well. But overall, credit where credit is due, okay? He came up and he really cleaned up the LAPD in a way that was unprecedented. Then Bill de Blasio got elected as mayor, and overwhelmingly so because he promised to be a liberal. Mm-hmm. And as part of that, he brought in Bill Bratton to clean up the NYPD. Well, this is part of the cleanup process. Mm-hmm. So that when you see a cop pistol whipping somebody for no reason, then you say, hey, you know what? Instead of just blindly protecting him, let me look into it.
Right.
Let me investigate it, because it says on all of our cars to protect and serve. And that's supposed to be the community. Now, it also means that if he was dealing in drugs and had weapons on him or something, you got to protect the community from him. If it means that you pistol whipped him because he said something you didn't like, well, that doesn't help anybody, and that's also illegal.
Yeah.
And so having the cops do their jobs, even when it involves other cops, is something we should expect, but unfortunately it's become so rare that we have to go out of our way to applaud it.